Happy New Year!
That is one of my favorite bars in New Orleans, the legendary Spotted Cat Music Club in New Orleans. It's in the Marigny. It's on Frenchman. If you haven't been, you got to go anytime you're in New Orleans.
How much?
What?
How much are you getting from them?
Nothing.
I mean,
It's just
this
one of
is
my
so
favorite places.
Obvious that you're getting a kickback.
I'm not getting a kickback. There are
And
no
by the way,
kickbacks.
it's not like you're Mr. Pub Crawl. I mean, I love
No,
how
but
you're like,
I go
I
there-
love this bar and that beer.
No, the owner is a
Who's
love.
Tony
it's-
Romo.
The owner's a very nice guy, and it's a small club. They have live bands like the New Orleans
I'm
Jazz
sorry,
Vipers
did
used
you
to play there.
Did you miss the tweet?
The tweet?
We just got a tweet from the American Authors, and it
Okay.
says, and I quote, "Wait a minute, who's Anderson Cooper?"
Ouch.
Sting.
They tweeted that?
Zing.
I'm sorry. I do know. Okay,
Wow.
see, yes, I know their song.
Somebody just got served.
I did. I got served. You're right. I'm not
Yeah.
all that well versed on.
Why don't you get
music.
your sign? Your sign you're so proud of.
Okay.
You're
All right.
big,
You're
I
right. All right.
apologize, sign.
All right. American Authors. I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I don't.
I do know your song.
I never heard of you.
I did think the lead singer.
You're no Celine Dion, I'll tell you that much. And you know it.
Of course, I know. Yeah, but
No, I'm yelling at them, saying, you know, it's not
no,
like they're the Backstreet Boys.
but I did know their song, and
The
I like.
Backstreet Boys is a real
And
group.
I like their song a lot, and I wish them nothing but the best.
Well, they just hate tweeted you.
Apparently, they did, but
So
that's okay.
Anderson just revealed that he cannot read his Twitter at this moment. So what I know that means is that about 3 a.m, he will be in a ball, sobbing, being spooned by his mother again, because he will not believe that like 3 out of 10 million loving tweets are somewhat negative. He cannot get over it. So Gloria, get ready, keep the light on, and get the big.
I don't live with my mom.
Yes, you do. Do you guys not know he lives with his mom?
I don't live with my
He's got a small room with what's called a Murphy bed. And it goes down, and then there's story time. And they have lunches and tea and scones. And they would rather do other things than talk about the American Authors.
For those who are just joining us, and if you weren't joining us at the top of the program, explain your ensemble. Because it's controversial. Because you're wearing real fur,
I'm wearing
which
real fur.
I was surprised by. Because
Yes.
I don't know
was
anybody
surprised.
who wears real fur.
Correct. I was surprised as well. However, it is the actual Dennis Basso coat of my dear departed friend Joan Rivers, and I
This
wanted
is
to.
her actual coat.
It actually is inscribed Joan Rivers inside. She got it in 1980, and I just thought in her honor, and
That's
because
nice.
it's freezing, but in her honor, I'm wearing it. And as you know, I'll be taking over her throne. Big shoes to fill in Fashion Police on January 12th. And so Melissa lovingly said, yes, you may wear one
that's
of
so
my
nice.
mother's prized furs.
That's nice.
And yes, I know that Twitter hate will come. I know that.
I mean, just to get serious for a moment, I still can't believe that she is gone.
Yes,
You know?
correct.
I mean-
I know. There really was only one. And I will say, posthumously, I actually think she is getting the respect that she deserved when she was alive. But it's actually nice to hear people saying all these wonderful things about her.
I mean, the fact that she was, working as hard as she worked.
81 years old, did an
Incredible.
hour-long set the night before she got ill, and just one of a kind.
Yeah,
one of a kind.
amazing
Yes.
lady. I do want to go back to New Orleans. We just showed you the Spotted Cat, my favorite bar on Frenchman. Our Don Lemon is down in New Orleans. Don, what's the scene like tonight?
It's crazy because it's not only New Year's, it's a Sugar Bowl, and we've got a lot of fans here from Alabama. I've got this. Kathy has her coat, and I've got these, and I'm gonna bring back to New York to give.
You
to
are not
Kathy.
messing around
Kathy,
with-
it's some really. It's
Don,
It's some
Don
really
who's
big
playing in the
balls,
Sugar Bowl
Kathy.
this year? I
It's
like
Ohio
your balls.
State and
Don, who's playing
Alabama.
in the Sugar Bowl?
Are you kidding? It's
See?
Ohio State
Don
and Alabama.
knows.
You think I
Don
don't know
knows.
Don,
that?
of course Don knows.
Don knows something you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know anything about
I grew
sports.
up
That's
here.
Don hurt.
Don. Yes, of
Don,
course.
look at the camera and say,
You
this
know,
is CNN.
Anderson. I'm
Don't
Anderson
just- don't-
Cooper,
don't-
and this
you don't
is
have to do it.
CNN.
You don't-
Do
you don't
it,
have
do
to- Right.
Anybody will do it. I
But
mean,
let me tell you,
seriously. You people,
Anderson, the crew guys every night when they're like watching the game and talking about sports, and I like talk back and they say, "Are you like Anderson? Do you know absolutely nothing about sports? Can you just comment on the outfits and the colors of the uniform?"
Exactly. But how do you know what game they're talking about? There's a million games on. I turn around, there's like ESPN 2 and 3 and 4 and ESPN Classic. I don't know what game they're watching.
I can listen to you and Don Lemon talk sports all night long.
Don, you better not throw those beads, though, because you're gonna hurt somebody if you throw those beads.
But Anderson, you have a New Orleans connection.
2014 Winter Olympics hockey.
I do. Oh yeah. So I love New Orleans. My
Canada.
grandmother sold ladies' hats at Maison Blanche. What?
Yeah, you're
So
right,
then
Don. Sorry, I was talking to Don.
Oh no.
I was a model for Maison Blanche, but here's the thing. Do you know what I had to do to get these?
Wait, does
you
CNN
have to
just
do
hire
things in order to
models?
get beads.
I can imagine. Yes, I can imagine.
What kind of things, Don?
We will leave that on
Dirty
Chad.
things.
That's for Don and Brooke Baldwin are going to take
Verboten
over.
things.
Don and Brooke Baldwin are going to
Things
take
that
over
shall
at
not be named.
12:30.
Don.
Our live coverage to
What would
bring
you
in.
do?
To ring
Nice
in the
coat,
new year.
Kathy.
Yes.
I love your
Central
coat, by
Time.
the way. Wear it with pride. Wear it with pride.
Well, I am Joan Rivers. Hashtag.
All right, we're going to check back in with Don. And Don, you should also check out the Spotted Cat down on Frenchman.
Okay, I get it. You love that place.
I do. I love that place.
You drank your bud there. One of your many beers you're known for.
You asked me about a beer. I named the
didn't
first
know
beer that
everything
came
was
to
a pub
mind.
crawl for you. Can I just quote one more thing in your Italian
No.
Okay, anyway.
Do you
he
take
says,
part in SantaCon, by the way?
SantaCon?
Do you know about
Is that
SantaCon?
ChemiCon?
SantaCon is I don't know if it's only in New York, but it was a couple weekends ago.
I saw it on Colbert.
And it's where all these drunk people dress up as Santa and go on a pub crawl. It's supposedly for charity. I hope it is.
I don't think it is. I mean, I'm not buying it.
I don't
It's a
really
lot of drunk. I grew up Irish Catholic.
And I live on a
It's like
block
Christmas
that
in my
has a
house.
bunch of bars, so
Yeah.
it ends up with just
Vomit and Santa.
and drunk
and
Santas
the
who have
stockings are just doused with vomit.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
But you know what? It helps the children.
I don't know if it
Probably.
really. I hope there's a benefit for it.
What are some of your resolutions?
Okay, Kathy asked me this because every time, even if I begin to say one of my resolutions, she'll pretend to fall asleep because they're all so friggin' boring.
Also because you have no soul. But what? I mean, if you had to have a resolution.
You really want to know?
Yeah, I really do.
Well, I'm not going to tell
He
you.
doesn't have one. He doesn't have one because it doesn't matter. It's like a heart that's glass. It's like that song, Heart of Glass, except his doesn't shatter. It doesn't even
Now
crack.
that I know, that's Blondie.
Way to go.
I
you
mean,
are
I
down
love
with,
that.
You're
Was a
right
good-
up there with the
Because that's from the 80s. That's when I paid attention
That
to
was
music.
your era.
That was my era.
I know. I can see it
I
with
was
the
never
limelight.
better. I was never better.
Floor 3 of the Limelight. I can see it.
That's right. We had a Studio 54. You know how it was.
Yes.
Okay. I got to get in a quick mention of the online opportunities to join the
Did you
fun.
actually be an anchor on CNN?
To join the
like
celebration.
You just join online and then you can just say this is CNN.
No, you can post on Twitter, on Instagram. The hashtag to use is CNNNYE.
I've been using it.
Have you? You've
Yes.
been tweeting? No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Have you?
Yes.
Tweet
Not
us.
necessarily nice things about you, but
Yeah.
things.
Tweet us your New Year's wishes, resolutions, photos of your celebration. We're going to air some of them and feature others at
There's a
CNN.com.
lot we can't air.
/NYE. In addition, you can follow me at Anderson Cooper on Twitter, also on Instagram. Kathy is at Kathy Griffin.
Yes.
Are you on Instagram as well?
Of course I am. I'm on all of them. In fact, I actually recently Instagrammed a photo of I was at a party at Jackie Collins' house having a lovely conversation with Sidney Poitier. And I was talking to Sydney, and it was a great moment. And someone took a photo, Jackie Collins, and there's literally this hand in the middle. And of course, it's freaking Piers Morgan ruining the moment. When I'm having a conversation with Poitier, like, he's so that guy that when you're having a great conversation, would have no sense of it. And there's a photo of just Piers Morgan's hand right in front of me and Sidney Poitier.
Piers who?
Yeah. You're going to get some tweets, mostly from Piers. By the way, it takes like a stiff wind to have a Twitter war with Piers Morgan.
No, he's dying for a Twitter
He's-
war. I make no
we made
mention
his
of
night.
him.
No apology.
No,
Put the sign down.
no, I'm not.
No, he's like the Heidi and Spencer of formerly of CNN. Loves the Twitter war.
Listen, I hope he gets a job, someday. I hope he gets gainful employment.
Yeah.
We are back.
Because what's great is that Anderson is nervous and nauseous, and then he sees the words live crab on the teleprompter. So I just want to explain his facial discomfort. Go ahead.
That's what it says on the teleprompter, live crab.
Because you know that Piers is going to say, like, oh, way to go, making fun of me, and then talking about crabs, #classy. Like, he's going to do something like that.
I don't think anyone cares what he does. There is the crab, a giant crab, and a man posing with said crab. That is in Easton, Maryland. That is the crab drop.
I'm already itching to see the story because I'm sure it's fascinating at a global look at New Year's.
Yes.
I'm not giving the check back.
And Gary
Did I tell
Tuchman.
about the disclaimer?
What's the disclaimer?
The disclaimer where if I say something too far, I have to give the check back.
Oh, that is true. Yes.
I'm not giving it back for the crab joke, Jeff.
Kathy has to give back the check if she goes
Jeff
too
Zucker,
far.
you heard me.
In past years, she has gone too far.
I'm not giving the check back.
She's had to give the check back.
I already had a talk with Susie Orman personally.
But first, Randy Kay is on a cruise ship for us, and she meets the bionic bartender.
Well, I love that show.
So, of course, we found the coolest bar on board Royal Caribbean's Quantum of the Seas. We have robotic bartenders here. They choose from 160 different liquors. I ordered my drink on an iPad. They shake it up, deliver it to you, and here it comes my way. Here we go. Cheers, Kathy and Anderson.